All right, guys, welcome to the Sunday Night Live. Today we're doing Q&A. Today we're doing Q&A. We don't have any crazy topics to discuss tonight, and I'm flying solo tonight. So definitely welcome in. What's going on, Brian? Hope you're doing well, brother. Florida Cracker Barbecue. Welcome to the stream, my friend. And of course, we got TJ, the funny guy. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July weekend. If you did some barbecuing for the weekend, let us know what you cooked in the chat. But like I said, today's going to be a pretty wide open stream. If we get lots of questions, the stream will be pretty long. If we don't get a lot of questions, it'll be a pretty short stream. I don't have anything pressing to talk to you guys about this evening. This is just going to be kind of a chatting it up with you guys in a Q&A, basically, format. I know we had a gentleman open a restaurant in Florida uh, over the weekend. I think he opened on the 2nd, and I know he was super successful with his opening. He's commented on one of my videos. It was Sugar Shack. That's what it was. Sugar Shack Barbecue in Florida. They made a gang load of food, and they sold a lot of food. So congratulations to Sugar Shack. What's going on? The Fat Man Barbecue. Good evening. Good evening. Hey man, if you're available to hop on, hop on. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm solo right now. Let me see. Let me get you the link, Fat Man. But yeah, guys, Q&A tonight. Put your questions in the chat. I want to answer them. I want to help you take your business to the next level, your barbecue to the next level. Do, do, do. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July. Cool. So I just sent you the link, Batman, if you're available, my friend. Florida Cracker Barbecue said Greg quit again. No. Greg did not quit again. He had a long week and he has an injury he's dealing with. Nothing major, but has an injury he's dealing with. So we're gonna let him deal with that and handle his business. He's got big business next weekend, or the weekend after with the California State Fair. So I know he's planning and prepping and getting ready for that. But yeah, he had a minor injury, so he's taking care of that. TJ's working. TJ is working. What's going on, guys? I know, Florida. I know you're just busting chops. I know it. I know it. I know y'all don't mean any harm by it. It's just too easy. It's just too easy to mess with Greg. I know. Keep saying his name though. He might pop on here. All good, TJ. All good, brother. Can't make every one of them, man. I didn't even know if I was going to hop on tonight, but um, I figured I'd go ahead and hop on, say hello to the people, pop out. I even had to brew some coffee for you guys just so I can hop on here. I'm tired, man. It's a long weekend. It was a long weekend. But how was you guys' 4th of July? What did y'all do? Did you travel? Did you stay in town? Did you cook? Did you go out? What'd you do, guys? Let us know where you're working. Vic's Cooler Chicken Barbecue. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Trucking with Alex said, "Hey, Sean, sorry couldn't make it this weekend, but next time I'm in town, I will stop by for sure." Hey, sounds like a plan, man. Sounds like a plan. TJ said, "Talk about the frustrations of building the business, the day-to-day grind." Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. It's certainly not easy, but it's worth it. It's rewarding. It's very rewarding, and you really gotta take it day by day, week by week, and month by month. And Every problem has a solution. You're kind of a firefighter in this business. You're always putting out fires, right? Um, for those of you who don't know, currently working in the restaurant, me, my wife, and we have one employee, and she is moving on to another opportunity in a completely different field, something that she's studying for. So um, that's a challenge, TJ. That's a challenge. So we've got about a week and a half, 2 weeks to figure out who we're going to bring on, who we're going to hire to fill her position. So yeah, that's a challenge right there that pops up out of nowhere that you got to have a game plan for and figure out, because you got to understand if you have people that they don't have an ownership in the business, that they're probably not going to be there forever. You know, a lot of times restaurants specifically are stepping stones for people. There's not a whole lot of people who are career restaurant people, but um, you know, it's a stepping stone. So you're going to have good people go, unfortunately. But it's the nature of the business. It's the nature of the business. Greg wants a link to the live. Greg, handle your business, man. Handle your business. I know you crazy, man. Vix worked the whole weekend, still at work. Sheesh, Vic. Man, it's 7:20 Central Time on a Sunday, still at work, man. I see you. Fatman Barbecue said, "Did you sell out on the 4th?" Yeah, we sold out at like 1:30, 1:20, 1:30 on the 4th. It was crazy busy. Florida Cracker Barbecue. I cooked 6 racks of ribs and a brisket. Got a couple dozen chicken legs on now. Another brisket to cook Tuesday night for luncheon on Wednesday. Okay, I see you working. I see you. Mark, hey brother, God bless. Hey, hope you're doing well, Mark. Vix, I think it's the unknown that keeps people from chasing the barbecue dream. Yeah, it's the unknown of what though? The unknown of the concept's going to be successful, if the cooking's good, if it's going to be profitable. I guess those are can be some unknowns, but a lot of that stuff you can learn, right? A lot of that stuff you can learn um, from working in another restaurant. Okay, working in another restaurant, getting the experience, moving up in that restaurant from being a dishwasher to a server to a bartender, trainer, manager, right, so on and so forth. Um, that's kind of what I did. I mean, I learned how to do everything in the restaurant, um, from washing dishes to doing profit and loss statements, to doing inventory, to placing food orders, and to dealing with, linen companies, dealing with service provider, all kinds of stuff, guys. It's just you got to have the experience. The more experience you have, the less unknowns there will be. The less unknowns there will be. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. On the food part, same thing. I mean, you're going to learn what foods people like and what they don't like from your restaurant experience, but also when you start making your own recipes and stuff, it's just a lot of testing. A lot of testing. Brian says, went to find the knucklehead barbecue I told you all about. A friend of mine wanted to try them. They're supposed to be in Whitefish. Nowhere to be found. A bunch of other food trucks at the art festival. Okay, all right. Vic said, I work 12-hour shifts and I'm on a night shift this weekend. Oh, night shifts suck, man. I've been there. I've been there. Not a fun shift. Brisket Daddy Barbecue in the house. He said, I'm here in the house watching at the urgent care. Hey, y'all. I told you, Brisket Daddy's all banged up, man. The briskets beat him up this weekend. They beat him up this weekend. That's right. Man. TJ, I've been wanting to blab about what you told me the other day, but I haven't. I kept my mouth shut. I didn't even tell Greg. I ain't tell Greg nothing, TJ. I kept it a secret. My lips are sealed, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you. It was the ribs, TJ. The ribs beat him up. Nice. Nice. Brian said the food trucks at the event didn't look very appealing, so went over to a brick and mortar piggyback barbecue. Okay, how was that? Brisket Daddy said it was actually the best cook he ever had this week. Best cook he ever had. Yeah, you were telling me it was the best brisket cook you ever had, man. It's good. It's a good feeling. I had a pretty good brisket cooks this weekend as well. Certainly did. Ryan said, hour wait for barbecue, 45 minutes. Okay. All right. Good deal. What else you guys got, man? What else happened this week in y'all's world? What other questions you guys got? Bruce Dad said slow smoke for 2 hours. Don't be trolling now. Don't be trolling. What am I going to do with y'all? Well, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the videos I dropped this week. I dropped a good, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos. Yeah, 3 or 4 videos this week. I wanted to go ahead and do that because I said I was going to be a little more active posting videos, and I had a lot of good things to record last week. Just everything going on with the business, from the brisket prices changing to, I was going through some mental challenges in regards to what I wanted to do with the restaurant, kind of what I wanted to do overall as a life path, career path, money making path. So that's where the barbecue dreams video came through, and then also some decisions on the menu and labor and staffing and things like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all the content I've been throwing out there for you guys, and we even got to do a prep talk video last week, so that was cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We're going to try to get you some more videos this upcoming week. We can't make any promises. It's going to be a very busy week for me, but I'm at like 76 videos on the channel right now. So 24 videos will hit 100 videos on the channel, which is pretty cool. Everybody always says, not that the channel hasn't been going well, it has been going great. But a lot of people say, man, everything changes once you do 100 videos. It's not like a light switch or anything, but they talk about how things just start to kind of click, and you build a lot of momentum after your 100th video. Brian said if y'all look at their Google reviews, the tourists from Texas weren't impressed. Yeah, I'd imagine not, man. You can't really beat Texas barbecue, Brian. Chuck with Alex said, what do you think about the RecTech pellet smoker? I have to ask somebody else in the chat, Alex, because I've never personally used a pellet smoker, and I don't even know what the RecTech pellet smoker is. I'm a stick burner type of guy, my friend. So I would not be the guy to answer that, unfortunately. Your average logical thinker, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. I'm a little tired, y'all. I got my coffee. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for RC to start doing lives again. Y'all. Waiting for RC to start doing lives again, man. I miss doing those lives. Let's see. TJ said, talk about branding and marketing, which sells your food. Even if it's not good, I'm not saying your food is not good. I'm just talking about what we talked about earlier. Okay, yeah. So we were kind of talking about how important branding and marketing is when it comes to your business, and specifically, obviously, we talk about your barbecue business because, Grant Cardone always used to say, if they don't know you, they won't flow you. Money. that is. You know, you got to be known, you got to brand, you got to market yourself, and you really got to worry about building a brand, not just having the best product. Yes, you want to have the best product possible, but it's not the best product that wins. It's the most known product that wins. And so you have to keep that in mind. I know a lot of people who are a little creative, maybe they're cooks or chefs or whatever the case may be, can be a little awkward or a little shy and things like that. And I totally get that. No one's saying you can't be successful. Sorry about the noise. My dog's playing down below. No, it's saying you can't be successful at what you're doing, um, and being shy or anything like that. But it does help if you can come out of your shell a little bit to market and brand what you're doing. It can be the difference between succeeding and failing. I mean, that's why I'm on YouTube. You know, help push the brand forward. And I've met a lot of amazing people on here as well. So it's a win-win. Hope's Barbecue, brother. Good to see you in here. I hope you are having a great evening. I hope you had a good fourth. Chinook Barbecue, same to you, my friend. I hope everything's going well. Hope everything's going well. Florida Cracker Barbecue said I couldn't use a pellet cooker. I've been on a stick burner for 30 plus years. I have not been using a stick burner for that long, but I totally agree with you. I couldn't do the pellet cooker, my friend. Could not do it. No, sir. Let's see. Brisket Daddy said he spent $2 grand on a Brandon tent this week. Yeah. He sent me the mock-ups. It looks dope, man. I can't wait to see pictures of the real thing. Mark said I talked to a local pitmaster and offered him free prep to get deeper in the process. I told him my process on my 15-hour brisket smoke and rest time. He was impressed. Dedication. Yeah. No, it's good. Go get some hands-on experience. Go help him out and see what he's doing. Offset is real smoke work. Yeah. It's a lot of real smoke and real work. That's for sure. Chinook says, nice. Hope it looks good, Brisket Daddy. Talking about the tent. Oh, hey, your average logical thinker, Brisket Daddy. I see you. I see you. Brian says, why not use the pellet for overnight hold while you get some rest? Because there's better products for that, like a fully insulated food warmer. That's what you should be using for a hot hold and rest. Now, I get it. You know, they're tall, they're cumbersome, right? If you get what I'm talking about, and if you don't run a restaurant or at least a serious catering or pop-up business, food trailer, you probably don't want to drop the money on something like that, 1,200, 1,500 bucks. But they make, you know, the Vivor food warmers. I've had two before. I know TJ has one that he uses. That's a better solution, I think, anyway, for food warming than using the pellet smoker. Not saying the pellet smoker can't work for doing that, you know, but typically you'd want to use a dedicated food warmer for that. Hope's Barbecue said, how are you liking the 250, my friend? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cooks like a dream, man. Every protein that comes off of it is a million times better than what I was using, for sure. No, I'm loving it. In fact, at some point, I'm going to get another 250 from Paul at PRM Barbecue Co. But that is a little bit down the line. Mark said, would you go mobile, brother? Not at the moment, man. Not at the moment. I got my hands tied up in one spot at the restaurant. But I have thought about it. It'd be kind of cool down the line in the future when I had somebody else running the restaurant. Maybe I could get a 250 on a trailer and tow that thing around the country and do kind of like pop-ups around the country, meet and greets, vlog the whole trip, all that good stuff. And I think that'd be pretty cool. But we're a little ways away from that. Got to build up the platform, build up the audience, and get some things in order before we do something like that. But yeah, That'd be pretty cool. I don't see why not. El Barrio Cookers is in the chat. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well, my friend. How was your 4th, El Barrio? What'd you do? Where'd you go? Did you stay around these parts or you travel? Let's see. Sorry, I got these fools texting me, TJ and Greg. What do y'all say? I don't know what he talking about, man. Hold on. I'm gonna send you. Both of y'all said y'all weren't hopping on, so I didn't send you the link. Now you talking about sending me the link? Is that what y'all want? Y'all are tripping. I might have Greg trying to get on here from the ER. And TJ's working. I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay, let's see where we at. TJ said less fuel costs from electricity versus pellets. Plus, most pellet smokers' lowest setting is 160, which is too high for a long-term high hold. There you go. Bingo. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Mark said, have your restaurant, smokehouse, and a food truck. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the food truck thing, man. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it's possible. Vic said, I need to find someone in the Houston area who can modify my trailer and stuff. Man, I'm sure there's plenty of people. There's millions of people in Houston. You can find somebody to modify it for you. Your average logical thinker said hello to the brisket daddy. Y'all bugging. El Barrio Cooker celebrated my birthday with my kids and grandkids. Okay. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Hope's Barbecue said, been building out my trailer. Hopefully I can get it inspected next month. That is big, bro. That is super big. That is awesome. That'd be good. Said, might need that coaching. Yeah, bro. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. We can talk for sure. TJ said Greg wants to get on for the hospital to get the sympathy. What a jerk. Why? TJ, that's messed up. Greg.
Hey.
Brisket Daddy.
Man. How you doing tonight, bro?
I'm a little tired, but I'm good. What about yourself?
Man, I'm in some pain. I'm not even tired, but I'm in some pain. I'm here at the urgent care trying to get some service. And other than that, life is great, man.
So, briskets beat you up this weekend or what?
Man, I moved the smoker from one part of the yard to the other with some help. But I mean, that's the only thing that I did.
You ain't a spring chicken anymore, man.
I'm not a spring chicken anymore. That's for sure. Not that's for sure. Yeah. So I don't know. I just was just at work, and then just boom, it just hit me just like that. And ever since Thursday, and
So
then I
you
had to work. I had to work through it.
so you pinched a nerve, is what you're telling us.
I pinched the nerve, worked through it since Thursday, and now I got muscle spasms. So I actually went to the chiropractor yesterday,
Uh-huh.
which I hate doing. And I was like, well, let me go back today since I paid for a little membership real quick. And then the guy, man, he brought me to my knees, man. I was in so much pain, radiating through my back and my arm. And he was like, yeah, you may want to go to the urgent care, some kind of muscle relaxer shot or something. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm managing. Oh, they're calling me right now. I gotta go, yo.
All
I
right.
appreciate letting me on, Sean. I'll talk with you guys soon.
All right, brother.
All
Good
right,
luck.
now.
Good luck. Oh, brisket daddy. What are we gonna do with this guy?
I was seeing his first down chair.
Oh gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh, I gotta skip some comments. We got a super chat. Your average logical thinker said, feel better, brisket poppy. Get the rest curve. She's looking out for you, Greg. She's looking out for you. Well, thank you for the super chat. You know, we always appreciate that. Thank you very much. I don't know what we're gonna do with Greg. Let's see. Sleeves TV. Yo, what's good, fellas? It's your boy Snack Daddy. What's up, man? Hope's Barbecue said, I see Brisket Daddy on TV. He's big time now. That's right. Yeah, he is big time now. Be on the news and everything. I ain't never been on the news. TJ Murray said, it sucks getting older. Yeah, I wouldn't know nothing about that, man. I'm still young and, strong and ready to go. It said Brisket Daddy needs some younger, stronger friends. It appears so. It appears so. It does appear so. Thank you so much, your average logical thinking. I'm gonna put that back up. Thank you so much. I always appreciate your generosity. You guys have not seen her channel, go check out your average logical thinker. She's always posting content, very consistent, posting well thought out, heartwarming, real content. Vix. Man, I can't get rid of this pit. It's my dad's, and we have made great food on it forever. Okay. Yep. Not the hospital shot. Yeah, they're going to give him something. That's for sure. Florida Cracker Barbecue said he got beat up by a smoker. Yeah. What did I miss? What is oral? I hear you. What did I miss, guys? What did I miss? Oral Holmes. I'm lost. I am lost. El Barrio Cooker said, enjoy those cooks with your dad, bro. Yeah, you have to. Simo Subs, cheers from the UK. What's going on, man? Cheers. Cheers. Hope you're doing well. How'd you find the channel all the way from the UK, man? Yeah, so we are always putting out fires in this business, man. One day it's labor, another day it's staff issues, another day it's food costs, another day it's things developing with customers and vendors and all kinds of stuff. Oh, in Spanish. Okay. I got you. I got to brush up on my Spanish, I guess. My apologies. UK in the building. Found me by Trumpet Master. Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, yeah, man, we just talked about all things barbecue here, whether it be the food side, the business side, whatever it may be. That's what we talk about. We had a pretty good weekend. Friday, 4th of July, we sold out at 1:30. It was crazy busy. Saturday was a weird day. It was a really weird day. It started off pretty slow, but then it kind of picked up. It was a little steady, and it was just kind of like rushes and then nothing, rushes and then nothing. And we really didn't have a grasp on the day. Like, it felt like, man, we're going to throw away a lot of food, things like that. But it ended up being a pretty good day. Not as busy as our normal Saturday, but it ended up being a pretty decent day after all. It just took us until 5, 6 o'clock to really be able to sell all the food, which it usually doesn't take us that long. And then today was kind of similar to yesterday, but we had a way better start. We're feeling way better about ourselves with the start we had today. And today was actually the busiest day of the weekend, even busier than Friday. So, yeah, it was a good way to end the weekend. Four Queens Barbecue, good evening. Good evening. Your average logical thinker said the concepts Kirby speaks can be applied to all things business. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. What else we got, guys? What questions do we have? I'm here to answer questions tonight. Not going to be on super late this evening, especially since I'm solo dolo, Scarface no Manolo, but I can answer any questions that you guys put in the chat. Sleeves TV said, I'm gearing up to do my first barbecue pop-up. What's a safe amount of food to cook? Man, I hate this question. Let me tell you why I hate this question. Because I can't really answer it for you. As far as the amount of food that is safe to cook, you need to figure out, number one, you need to figure out how many people are going to be there. Is this a vendor market? Is this a festival, an event where there's going to be traffic there already for the event? Or are you just popping up somewhere by yourself and you're the only thing that people are going to be stopping for, right? How much traffic have you planning on driving to it, whether it be social media market, friends and family that you invite? How many people are you expecting personally? If you're setting up on a specific road, how busy is that road on the days that you're going to be setting up? So if you're setting up there on a Saturday, have you gone there on a Saturday and seen how busy, how much traffic's driving by, right? What's the weather going to look like that day? Is it going to be raining? Is it going to be sunny? Is it going to be 100 degrees or is it going to be 75 and sunny, right? All those things you have to take into account. Also, how much food can you realistically produce, that's going to be safe, but also high quality? Like, you don't want to be serving it in garbage just because you're trying to pump out a lot of food. So, how much food can you actually do? And then, how much are you willing to lose? Because, whenever you're doing barbecue, what you make is what you make. So, your goal is to sell out because you can't really take it back once you cook it. It's not like a burger. If you own a burger restaurant or a burger food truck, you only put the burger on the grill once the customer walks in. With barbecue, the work's been done in advance. On a brisket, by the time you sell it, it could be 24 hours since you put it on the smoker. So you're committed, right? So think about it like gambling. How much are you willing to lose? Right. So if you say, hey, you know what? If I'm slow, if it's dead, if I really don't sell that much food, the most I feel comfortable doing is 2 briskets. Well, then do the 2 briskets, right? Um, so yeah, that's kind of the best advice I would give you, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to go out and do 6 briskets and then you only sell one, and now you've eaten all that cost, you're upset, you haven't had a good first experience. You're much better off making less food and selling out than making a lot of food and having a bunch of leftovers. So all those things you have to take into consideration. Okay. Take all those things into consideration and go from there. Hopefully, if you're doing your first pop-up soon, hopefully you're promoting it to friends, family. You really have some day ones that are going to come through and support. And you've got a good location that you're going to be at. Okay. Hopefully that helps, Sleeves TV. If you want kind of more insights, man, I know we talked about you joining the channel, getting the mentorship. If you want to do that, do that. That way we can talk on the phone and kind of iron out details. Hope that helps. Four Queens Barbecue said, quick question. I have a ton of gallons filled with oil. And okay. Let's see. I have a few gallons filled with grease and gunk that comes out of the smoker after each cook. How do I dispose of it? If you don't have like a grease trap available to you, put a lid on it. Put a lid on them. So usually I have a 5-gallon bucket, like a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket that sits under the drain valve in the smoker. Once it's full, I had a grease trap where I could dump it in there. But if you don't, the next best thing is going to be to go ahead and put a lid on that 5-gallon bucket real tight and throw it in the dumpster, man. That's about all I can advise you to do. They do make, grease removal services where they'll come pick up the grease. So, and sometimes they'll even pay you for it because they reuse it for other things. Um, so yeah, but otherwise, man, yeah, throw it in a 5-gallon bucket, put a lid on it, and throw it in the dumpster, man. Hayseed says, "Good to see the restaurant is doing good for you." Yeah, it's doing well, man. It's doing well. We're growing. We're growing. Hayseed said, "I pulled a 16-hour shift on Friday, 35 briskets." Damn, where are you doing that at, Hayseed? You working for a restaurant, it sounds like, doing 35 briskets, or you had a really big event. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. I want to be doing 35 briskets. Robert B said, been looking for a new truck to be able to pull a barbecue pit when I get it, and trying out new recipes today, my brisket burgers and homemade potato rolls. Do also have a question getting insurance. What about getting insurance, Robert? Clarify a little bit for me. If you're going to be doing like anything mobile, like pop-ups, vendor markets, food truck, trailer, things like that, you're going to want to get FLIP insurance. FLIP, Food Liability Insurance Protection, Food Liability Insurance Program is what it stands for. FLIP. It's specifically designed for mobile food vending. So Flip Insurance Program, you can look that up on Google. That's who I use. That's who I recommend. Jeff says, any advice to drum smoker guys? I've got 4. Should I just do ribs, or what do you suggest starting pop-ups? I want to start slow and build slow. Yeah, I know people who have done briskets on those. I don't have any experience doing brisket on anything other than an offset. I have done it in a vertical, which was terrible. So I always recommend an offset smoker for briskets. A drum smoker, I mean, you can pretty much do almost anything else on it. Turkey breast, chicken, ribs, sausage. Yeah, go for it. I think ribs and sausage would be great on a drum smoker, man. Absolutely. Vic's Cooler Chicken Barbecue said, make sure y'all smash the like button to help the brother out. I appreciate that. Thank you, Vic's. Yeah, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Matter of fact, I need to go over here and see what's going on. Yeah, hit that like button. Don't be playing around. Content's free. The like button is free. All right. Brian said, I found a recipe idea on YouTube today for brisket leftovers. Brisket bombs shouldn't have even leaked it. Could have made y'all come to Montana to get them. Yeah, I got a bunch of leftover chopped brisket from this, probably about 7 pounds of chopped brisket left over from this weekend. I vacuum sealed them, threw them in the freezer. They're going to go in the baked beans. Maybe do some brisket mac and cheese, stuff like that. Sleaze said, is the member 50 or 100? It is currently $100. Sleaze, it was 50 originally. I had it at 50 for several months. And after I opened the restaurant, just because I got to spend more time doing that, I bumped it up to 100 because I just wanted to be able to maximize my time and just wanted the serious people on the membership. Hasey said, I'm a pitmaster at Barbecue Mafia and Brisbane, Australia. Hasey, does that this? Let me look this place up. I feel like I've heard of it before. Barbecue Mafia. Man, I got people all over the place. Australia, the UK. Brisket Mafia. Okay. Y'all got a dope website, man. That's something I'm looking to do is redo my website. So if you guys know anybody who does websites like legit, okay, no BS, nobody practicing or learning. I need something legit. Yeah, this website looks pretty good, man. Definitely a different looking like a little bit different type of barbecue than what we do. Man, y'all do a lot of stuff. Seeing mashed potatoes and gravy, chicken strips, brisket. I'm seeing some brisket here. Damn, y'all serving it up. That's a lot of people. Brisket looks good. Okay. Yeah, y'all the real deal, man. That's what's up. Welcome to the show. Yeah, this looks real legit, man. Real legit. I gotta find somebody. Actually, I think I did, but I'm not gonna go into that. But the website looks good, man. Looks dope. catch up on some of these comments. Four Queens said, "What happened to Brisket Daddy? I missed the beginning. Is he still cooking, or did he throw in the towel?" He's still cooking, man. He's still cooking. He's good. He had a pinched nerve from moving his smokers. So yeah, yep. I don't know who this promoter guy is. No idea. We're gonna put him in timeout because he seems like spam. All right, Carl, do y'all have any problem holding chicken quarters in warming cabinet for service 4 to 5 hours as far as them getting that kind of mush overcooked feel and taste? That's a question for the chat for sure because I don't do chicken quarters, so I couldn't tell you. Hayseed said, "I'm from the Midwest, but my wife is from here. It's been crazy busy." Yeah, I bet, man. I know barbecue's gotten a lot more. Well, I know barbecue's always been kind of an Australian thing, but I know a lot more kind of Texas influence has been getting over there lately. Good deal. So we got people Australia, UK. That's awesome. All over the country. Vic said, "I use a cooler when I cook leg quarters. Hold perfectly for several hours. That's why my name is Chicken in the Cooler." This just for anyone who has a lot of grease. Find someone who makes his own diesel fuel. They can use it for that. I do believe for biodiesel. Yeah. And like I said, some of those companies will actually pay you for your spent grease. Now, it's not a bunch of money, but they'll pay for it. I know when I had the food truck next door, there was a company that actually brought out like a grease trap receptacle, and they would use that to dump the grease in it, and then the company would come pick it up every week or 2 weeks, and they would pay the food truck guys for the spent grease. I think they were using it for biodiesel or something like that. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I got any college football fans in the chat? Any gamers in the chat? We got college football 26 dropping tomorrow if you pre-ordered it on the 10th. If you didn't, if you got the standard edition, I don't know. That might not be you guys' flow, but I'm excited for it. I'm a big college football fan. Four Queens said, "I did my first festival yesterday. How'd it go, man? What'd you cook up?" What's going on, Ollie? What's going on, buddy? You say hello? Say hello. He's like, "I ain't trying to talk to these people." Say hello. Oh. What's up, man? Yeah. Say hello. Uh-oh. You already know, dog. You already know. Sleaze TV said, "Let me guess, you're a Longhorns fan." You know it. You know it. Hook 'em horns, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm looking for an online dynasty. If anybody's got a league they want to recommend to me, I'm game. Vic said, "Best thing ever happened to EA Sports, bring back NCAA football. Now just waiting for the basketball game to come back." Also, see, I knew I had some gamers in here, some college football fans. Absolutely, college football 25 was great. Definitely a good way to bring back the series, and 26 looks even better, man. I can't wait. Can't wait. That's how I'll be spending my day tomorrow. Sleaze TV, who's your team, man? We're gonna have to play. I'll play you online, man. Yeah, man. We gotta link up on that for sure. Man, Hopes, shoot me a DM on Instagram, Hopes Barbecue. We should chat, man. I'm excited for you with that trailer. I think you're going to do some really big things, man. Super excited for you guys. Four Queens said it was crazy. Did 6 briskets, 15 racks of ribs, 3 pulled pork, 3 barbecue chicken, mac and cheese, potato salad, and cornbread. Sold out of everything except for half a brisket. Really nice day. Congrats. Congrats. And it says the lines didn't stop. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on that. Yeah, that's how I felt on Friday, man. That's how I felt on Friday. We opened at 11. By 1:30, it was a wrap. It was done. Sleeves TV said LSU, let's get it. LOL. Okay. Shoot me a message on Instagram and we will have to go ahead and it's crossplay, so it doesn't matter what platform you're on. I'm on Xbox. You seem like a PlayStation guy. So yeah, man. We can play. It's cross-play compatible. We can spank the LSU Tigers any day. Any day. Brisky Daddy Barbecue said about to take a narco. Okay. Or Norco. Four Queens Barbecue, thank you, and I owe it to you, my brother. No, you don't know nothing to me, man. Hopefully the content's helped you, but you don't owe nothing to me, man. We can build our own dynasty. I'm a PS5 guy. Hey, you know what? I'm serious. Vix, shoot me a message right now on Instagram and Sleaze TV. Shoot me a message on Instagram, and I'm down to set up a dynasty. So shoot me a message. That way I got you locked in on Instagram. We can create a group and we can start a dynasty. And hopefully you guys pre-order. Let me know. Yeah, shoot me a message on IG. We'll chat it up. We'll figure it out. Because if you pre-ordered, game comes out tomorrow. If you didn't, it comes out on the 10th. Either way, we can get this dynasty set up and get it popping. Sleaze TV said, damn, I definitely a PlayStation guy. See, I knew it. I knew you was a PlayStation guy. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. For me, I know we're getting off barbecue, but for me, I got the Xbox Series S because number one, it was the cheapest console. And then number two, it was all digital. It was just easy. It was just easy for me to do. Trumpet Master said, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Trumpet Master. I hear you're sending people from the UK my way, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What's cracking? We're just talking barbecue, talking college football 26. Talking about you sending people from the UK, man. We got people in here from the UK, from Australia. That's what's up. Good deal, Sleaze. I think I got a notification. Good deal. We'll get that set up for sure. But yeah, Trumpet Master. Just talking shop, nothing specific. Greg's at the ER. Other than that, it's a normal day. It's a normal day, man. People hit me up. Cool. All right. Yeah, I got you, Cooler. I'll send you a message after the stream. And I got you, Sleaze TV. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Chinook said, how about a fantasy football league for us barbecue masters? I used to play fantasy football a little bit. I haven't in years. I haven't in a long time, man. I wouldn't be opposed to that, Chinook. I wouldn't be opposed to that. But, that's a couple months away from now, football season. But if you're picking up NCAA 26, man, you can hop in our dynasty. We're building it up right now. Live, man. Brisket Daddy said, how do you feel about seasoning at night with your salt and pepper and the AM? It did well for me this week. I'm not a big fan of it just because it sounds good in theory, but the more briskets you have to do, the more fridge space you need because you don't want to stack all those seasoned briskets on top of each other like you can do when they're wrapped up raw without any seasoning on them. So if you're going to do that, you need a lot of refrigerator space the more briskets you're doing. And then also, I don't think it really adds anything to the brisket flavor profile. The only thing it does is makes you have to do less work in the morning. So I don't really see a huge benefit to it. I like to season right before I put it on because I want to be able to control the exact seasoning level on that given day that I'm putting it on the smoker. Vic said nothing like barbecue and playing video games, nothing better to pass the time than whipping people playing NCAA 26. Yeah, that's true. That's a fact. Chinook Barbecue said I suck at gaming but enjoy playing. That's all good. We need people to beat up on in the league. Come on down, Chinook. We'll put up 50 on you. No biggie. Chinook Barbecue. What else, guys? What else? I got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to chop it up with you fine people before I take off. I told you it was going to be a short stream tonight. She said, "Hello, Hobby game." All right, man. Get your pre-order of College Football 26 in, man, and let's get going. Robert B, hoping to see you in person during the week of the 14th. I hit the gamer, but just played GTA 5, Call of Duty. Okay. Yeah, man. Come check us out. Come through, man. Get you some good food. Show you around. And there's always room for more people in the college football community, my friend. Yeah, I was actually just looking for an online dynasty, and I haven't found one yet. I did find one, but they were doing some really weird rules, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yep. What else we got, guys? What else we got? So you stream on Sundays because YouTube never notifies me. Yes, yeah. Typically, pretty much every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time is when I'm going live. Usually, I'll do a couple of regular videos throughout the week, and then Sundays, the day I go live, finish up my work week essentially, and ready to go live. So go live Sundays, kind of wrap up the week, catch you guys before your week starts, kind of a good little wind down and regroup, figure out what everybody did for the week and the weekend, and yeah, get ready for another week, man. I take Mondays off, so I want to get this live stream in and then get to take Monday off and have fun. This Monday especially with the game coming out. TJ said 7-ish. Yeah, 7-ish. Usually it's right on the 7, right on the dot, but sometimes might be 10 or 15 minutes late, especially when I ain't got no help. I ain't got no help from TJ and Greg hopping on, but All right, guys. Oh, TJ, that's a good question. What will happen when Sunday night football starts back up? I am not, I like NFL football. I do, but I don't watch nearly as much NFL football as I do college football. Usually on Saturdays, I'm like glued to the TV for college football. I watch all the college football games. So I'll definitely have a TV up in the restaurant, in the kitchen, watching college football while I'm serving. But Sundays, I watch some of the NFL games, but I don't watch nearly as many of them, to be honest with you. And I can put up the football in the corner and still do the live stream. It's not that NFL is not that big of a deal to me, to be honest. Not anymore. At least not anymore. It used to be, but college football has always been my first love. Just more exciting. Keep forgetting you're on Eastern time, and then you're an hour ahead of me. Risky Daddy's always a little later. Four Queens Health Department came in, checked my food. The event people had me waiting over 2 hours to set up. I could fit all the food in the I could fit all the food in the warmer. So when he tested my meats, they were down to around 120. Oh wow! He said just get them back up to 140. Told him no problem. I was just stuck waiting to set. Gotcha. Hey, well, you know what? That's a good first experience having the health department check in on you on your very first kind of deal. At least now you know what to expect. Sleaze TV said, "How about them Cowboys?" No, sir. How about them Texans? I don't mess with the Cowboys, man. I'm from H-Town. We rock with the Texans. Yeah, once you've encountered the health department, man, it's not as scary the next time. Still a pain in the butt, but it's not as scary the next time. Robert, are you a high school football fan? I've seen the big high school stadiums that are in Texas or have been to one. Yeah. So I don't really, I'm about, let's see, I'm 31. So it's been a minute since, not as long as some of you guys, right? But it's been a minute since I've been in high school. So I don't really, I don't have kids that are in high school or anything like that. So I haven't been to a high school football game in a very long time. So no, I don't really follow. The only time I really follow, I guess, high school football athletes is when they're committing to Texas. If they're committing to Texas, they're big, 4 and 5 star prospects that Texas is looking at, and they've been on visits to the university and things like that. I'll keep up with a little bit of that on the recruiting side, but typically I'm not going to like high school games or anything like that. Shalik said Texans better than the Cowboys, but go Vikings. Okay. Damn, you are young. I just turned 35 today. You only got 4 years on me, man. You only got 4 years on me. Yeah, man. The Longhorns gonna be good this year. I mean, we've been good. We've been good the last couple of years, but we got Arch. Arch is gonna be exciting this year. Can't wait to see what he does with the offense this year. Our defense is gonna be as dominant as ever. So we'll see. But guys, we're getting way off topic. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out here. I hope everybody has a great evening. I appreciate everybody who hopped on the stream tonight. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July weekend. I hope you have an even better week coming up. And hook 'em horns. We'll catch you guys later.